14 self-defense tips that might save your life. We are used to seeing news of attacks on TV and the internet, but we are prone to think that it won't ever happen to us. Unfortunately, no one is immune from attackers. There are some well-known safety recommendations, such as avoid walking alone in dark streets, don't let strangers enter your house, or don't sit in a car with an unknown person. But you know, life is so unpredictable, and as they say, better safe than sorry. So, how to behave if you've been grabbed by hand? Where to stay in an elevator? Which safety apps are worth using? You will find out the answers in our new video. Remember to show us that it's helpful by hitting the like button. Number 14. Clench your hands correctly. A fist or a flat hand? The debate about what will be more effective in a fight is an old one. Most often, however, your hand automatically clenches in a fist before a blow. The important thing here is to do it without injuring your fingers. Don't expose your thumb. Don't hide it under your fingers either. This will most likely lead to fracturing. Don't neglect using the flat of your hand in a fight. This type of blow will come as more of a surprise. Number 13. How to break free of a cord. Remember, the main thing you need to do is leave some room for air. If your hands are being tied, keep them clenched in fists. If your body is being tied, breathe in so that your diaphragm expands. The more room that's left between you and your ties, the more chances you have to escape. Number 12. How to break free of duct tape. If your hands are bound by duct tape, you can tear it apart rather simply. Raise your hands above your head and then thrust them down with a lot of force. This method can be applied even if your hands are bound from behind. Number 11. Remember the vulnerable areas. Let's admit, there's a big chance that you'll end up being less physically strong than your attacker. What to do if that turns out to be so? Rely on the element of surprise. Remember to strike a blow as hard and as swiftly as you can. If you think or aim for too long, your adversary will figure out your intentions and get even angrier. Be unpredictable. It might confuse the attacker and give you precious time to escape. And most importantly, remember the vulnerable areas: eyes, nose, Adam's apple, groin, knees, and shins. Number 10. Use security apps. Put modern methods to use. Applications such as Family Locator, Be Safe, and others will allow you to track the movements of your friends and relatives or send out a distress signal if necessary. Number 9. Invent a code word. In childhood, many of us invented codes, new words, and even languages. This seemingly impractical hobby can potentially save your life, along with the previous method. If you don't have a chance to talk or text, an encrypted SOS will tell of your predicament. And if you take your rebus composing even further, your rescuers might be able to learn the direction where you've been taken, or even the exact place where you were left. Number 8. Use the materials on hand. Be as creative as possible in the present circumstances. Use any object that could help. Your purse can serve as a shield from a knife assault. Just don't press it too close to your body. Your scarf can be thrown at an attacker's face to buy you a couple of seconds. Umbrellas, bags, and even small change in your pocket can be of help. Keys are one of the best tools. Just don't waste time trying to use them as a knuckle duster. Another thing to use is a comb. If you press its teeth a bit higher than an attacker's upper lip, doing it as hard as possible, it will cause great pain, therefore distracting the assailant, so you have some time for an escape. Number 7. Keep your pepper spray in the right place. There's no point in keeping a pepper spray in your bag if there is a bottomless black hole inside. Assaults usually occur unexpectedly, and you have to snatch out your defensive tool as quickly as possible. Keep it in your pocket so you can promptly use it and run away. These tricks are easy to remember and use, aren't they? Don't forget to give us a thumbs up for gathering them for you. Number 6. If you've been grabbed by the hand. You can escape from a hand grip by using the rule of the thumb. Have you never heard of it? According to this method, you need to rotate your hand towards the attacker's thumb. Remember that you should do it in a quick, sharp jerk. If the assailant realizes your plan, he'll squeeze your hand with all his strength. In this case, use your feet. Hit him in the groin and knees and step on his feet with as much force as you can. Number 5. If you have been grabbed by the hair. One of the most common ways of assaulting is capturing the victim's hair. Not only is this technique painful, but it also provides almost total control over the victim's body. First of all, grab the attacker's hand with both of your hands. That will let you retain control. Then, it's time to make use of your feet again. As soon as you feel that the attacker's hand has loosened its grip, let go and run. Number 4. If you've been grabbed by the neck. In such a situation, hit the attacker in the groin or poke his eyes with your fingers. Pain will make him loosen his grasp. Number 3. In an elevator. Everyone knows that you shouldn't go into an elevator with strangers and that you'd better leave it if someone suspicious enters after you. Make it a habit of standing with your back to the part of the wall where the buttons are. It's better to press a button for your fellow traveler than to let him stop the elevator and get stuck between floors with him. Number 2. In a car. As in the case with the elevator, it's possible to prevent an assault. In addition to the standard rule of not getting into a car with strangers, you can pointedly tell someone on the phone, or at least write down, the car's number, color, and destination for your driver to see and hear. If an assault still happens, aim for vulnerable areas: groin, nose, and eyes. Number 1. Learn to administer first aid. If you have ignored them until now, it's high time you learned the essential rules of providing first aid. There may be a situation where you or someone else is injured and a hospital might not be immediately available. In this case, your first aid skills could save a life. Also, we have a few more rules you may find useful. Be on guard. Music in your headphones, the screen of your smartphone, or just the habit of looking under your feet might distract you from noticing a perpetrator. Look around and behind you from time to time. If the assailant loses the element of surprise, he might change his mind about attacking. Keep your distance. Try to avoid being cornered at all costs. Even if the assailant is bearing down on you, don't step back. Move aside and try to change your movement trajectory. Keep your palms in front of you. This is not only a defensive position, just make sure that your hands are on the same level with your chin and your elbows are half bent, but also a conciliatory one. This is a way of saying, calm down, let's settle this in peace. At the same time, you let the attacker know that you are capable of fighting back. Scream. Though you might be skeptical at first about how effective it is, let it sink in for a bit. If you shout, the best way is to try to sound not scared but angry. It will confuse the attacker. Why? Do you know what is the reaction that 80% of all people have when they are being attacked? It might be a revelation for you, but they freeze and lose their voice. What is worse, they obediently follow their assailant, not even making attempts to free themselves. So by screaming, you break the victim's stereotype. What is more, it helps you to pluck up the courage you have to stand up for yourself. It also serves as a call for help. And finally, let's admit it, no criminal likes noise. Run. Even if you master all the tricks, you still won't be a superhero. There's no need to try your physical strength against an assailant. Your main objective is to stay in one piece. These are your 3 immediate goals: wrench free, disorient the attacker, escape. These are the tips that can help you stay safe. But to tell you the truth, we hope you will never have to use them. Share this video with your friends to make sure they know how to protect themselves. And give us a like. The more likes the video collects, the more people will be able to see it. Stay safe.